Welcome to another powerful episode of the NeoLiberal Podcast. I'm Renaldo McKenzie, your host and producer. And you know, we met up with a young lady from Philadelphia today, myself and Donte and several others for a quick studio show. We met up with a young lady from Philadelphia. Her name is Alexis. And she shared a story of growing up in Philadelphia. She talks about how she and her siblings slept on the floor, and she had to constantly experience violence between, well, not just her, but her and her siblings constantly experienced violence between her parents as they struggle to survive. And and Alexis revealed how her dad threatened to end his life, and that she was molested by a family member's boyfriend, her grandmother's boyfriend. She talked about how she ended up in prison, and while there, she developed an interest in writing, music, and art, and now she's out of prison and working on several projects, including starting her own company, and of course writing her book, writing her story, which tells her story and her powerful journey of overcoming the hardship in life and living and navigating the toughness of life in Philadelphia, and it's quite powerful. I She gave us a sneak peek, a sneak preview.
Some shit to fourth grade. Let me take y'all down memory lane. Fourth grade honestly was the best years of my life, but also most traumatizing as well. I was attending Patterson Elementary School located down 70th and Elmwood in Philadelphia. My teacher name was Miss Washington, one of the best childhood teachers I could ever ask for. She had us perform plays like the Nutcracker, and she also greeted us with welcoming arms. She would host parties during the holidays. One at Christmas time, she allowed us to come to school with our pajamas and we got to English birthday pizza and snacks. She even enrolled me in a poetry contest where I won second place. My poem was called A Ball-Shaped Tree. It was about nature, really about a bush, and I framed it myself from a picture frame that I made myself out of leaves and sticks.
Hey, yesterday, what a powerful conversation we had yesterday, Dante,
Yes,
with
it was.
Alexis.
Yes, it was. Alexis.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
you know Alexis.
Yes, a very powerful individual. Beautiful black woman.
She is how old? She's in her 20s.
Yeah, she's 25.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she just turned 25 years old.
And we discovered that she's writing a book, 22 chapters.
Yes.
I wonder how many pages. We didn't get into that because
Yes, we only heard
yeah,
two pages.
yes, that it was quite.
And,
By the way, I'm Renaldo McKenzie, and
and
welcome to another powerful episode of the Neoliberal Podcast. It's a weekend podcast. It's podcast and chill, podcast and vibe. But we are going to unveil or provide you a sneak peek of a powerful conversation that I had, with a group of us had with a young woman. You're a friend of, you know her,
yes,
and your brother Don,
Montel.
Montel. He
Yes.
was actually he was on the beginning of the 2 minute show we did a couple of days ago regarding the Eddie Irizarry and the looting in Philadelphia. But it was only in audio. The conversation we had, was it yesterday?
Yes, it was yesterday morning.
Yeah, we
Yes.
had with Alexis. And let me tell you how it happened, because she came in, and you're gonna hear what she said when she comes on the show. She came inside. She noticed she was checking out my books, and I saw her checking out the books. I'm like, ooh, okay. She liked books. A young African American, strong black woman, and interested in books and so on. So I said, I noticed you went to the bookshelf and so on. You like books and so on. She said yes, and I learned that she's writing a book, and then
Yeah.
she shared.
That was a surprise for me
Yeah,
as well.
that was a surprise for you. She shared a small portion of the book, a little bit, just a little bit. She gave us a little bit.
Yes, she
Um,
did. And
What she gave us was deep.
Just her story, and just to hear someone else's story, and
Yeah,
and you can relate to it in some sense.
yeah.
It's powerful.
She talked about growing up in
It's pretty
Philadelphia,
powerful
sleep
because
yeah,
we keep things, and we as people,
yeah,
especially as men, keep things in.
yeah.
Having this beautiful black woman who is strong and, came from a background that's
What's her background? What's her background?
well, we will hear
We're gonna hear it. We're gonna hear it. I know she lived in the projects. She talked about sleeping on the floor. What she a very violent and abusive home.
Yes,
What?
let's not give them
Yeah,
too
we
much.
don't want to give them too much. And she
Yes,
did, okay,
yes.
it's powerful.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And the thing that she is very planful. Is she knows what she wants. She's organized herself. Um, you know, she is very strategic about it.
Yeah, but
And
one thing she does not know as of yet,
yes,
but if she has a sense,
yeah,
but she does not know that this is her journey.
yeah,
This is her, not her first journey.
yeah.
She has been through multiple journeys, but
Right.
she doesn't see it like that.
Quite, yeah, that is true. No, as it relates, we have a show, and of course, later on tomorrow on the show, I don't think we're gonna publish it live, but on Saturday, we are going to have David Fair. David Fair is the former managing director or deputy managing director of the city of Philadelphia. He's also a graduate of the University of Pennsylvania, my alma mater, and he's currently the deputy chief at Turning Point for Children, a very large child, youth, and family social services organization, which is part of the Public Health Management Corporation or Public Housing Management Corporation, PHMC. He will be joining us to talk to us about the housing crisis in Philadelphia, because we got a report that the housing was a chronic issue. Then we got a later report from praising the homelessness efforts to reducing homelessness in the city, and that homeless I'm sorry, no longer much of an issue. However, then we did our investigation and spoke with some managers and people in some insiders in Philadelphia, and we learned, of course, based on how the city captured their reporting, we're learning that because of how they report, we're not getting the full picture. We're not learning the truth. The fact of the matter is, homelessness is increasing. And I had a big debate with somebody who talked about why should the state, why should the city be responsible for people who are homeless? If you don't want your country or your community to look like what's going on in global south countries where they don't have resources available to provide welfare, and as a result they develop slums and zinc housing, then you're going to want to provide, ensure that you have social services available to mitigate that kind of thing from happening. Okay? That's why. Okay, but even if as you think about homelessness and you think about people like Alexa, she lived in the projects and what they had to go through, slept on the floor, then they still never had resources available. This is a powerful story, and this is a story that we learn, and this is what informs us. We are constantly learning from different people in society about the difficulties of navigating life. Listen to her powerful story coming up next on the NeoLiberal Round. Yes.
I framed a picture frame that I framed myself from six of leaves I gathered from outside. Those days were happy highlights of the year. It seemed like life was great, right? Wrong. My home life was in the uproar. My mom and my dad was constantly fighting. I remember one time I walked into my dad having my mom in the sofa over the top of the headboard. Even though I slept on the same floor as my parents in a three-story, four-bedroom project, on 72nd and Woodland, I would damn near hear them fight constantly. See, I was young, so I didn't understand what I was witnessing. But as I remember, I know my mom was a go-getter. She was a housekeeper near the airport. I know my dad used to work for her at one point in time. Not really sure what happened and why he stopped. I just know he just stopped working for her and stopped working with her and started DJing kid parties on weekends. It was a constant thing for them to be fighting at home. One time, my dad pulled me and my oldest brother Jameer and my two youngest brothers at the time, Marquise and Troy, into the boys' bathroom and threatened to end his life in front of us. So you could just imagine what my home life was outside of school. And on top of all that, I was holding on to a huge traumatic secret. I was getting molested by my grandmother's boyfriend at the time. My parents were either always working or always bickering for me to say something. I was getting touched from age 6 to 9. When my deaf grandmother would come over to watch us, and her boyfriend would come over our house while she was babysitting us. That's when it would all happen. He used to buy me clothes.
What is your name?
Let me
Alexis, you have a powerful story.
It's gonna be a quick.
What? Alexis. Alexis.
You don't have to do that.
Alexis.
You feel me? You have to do that first.
Let me
But
tell
what
you.
I'm telling you,
That book is gonna be the #1 bestseller. You have a powerful story.
Parts of my story. You feel me? So just,
Aaron.
I'm the oldest. You feel me? I still speak wise words, and I still speak how I speak. But to tell somebody a piece of my story to someone I don't know.
So you are. So Alexis, so you're right. Alexis, Alexis, you're gonna write a book. You're gonna write your story. Why did you decide at this stage of your life that you want to write this story?
To be honest, I ended up in jail over some feelings.
Yeah.
Like I was in jail for 3 months. Long story short, I had fought my little brother because he had hit his baby mom in front of me and my niece.
Yeah.
And my mom had kicked me out because I was the oldest.
Yeah.
And I wound up going out Pemberton, New Jersey for 2 weeks. I came back, basically met some guy. I told him my situation, told him my story, or whatever. He made it seem like, he was gonna help me or whatever.
Yeah.
Move to his apartment, blah, blah, blah. And I really dipped myself down, dipped my whole soul down to be who he wanted me to be or whatever. And I still ended up in jail. So I'm like, bro, I'm tired of giving myself to people, and I still ended up with the short and the stick. Yeah. And then I'm being quiet about all the shit that y'all really doing to me, but every time y'all need me, I'm there. Yeah. But when I'm at my lowest point, y'all ain't even answer the phone. I'm not even getting ooh packages out of y'all. My fucking friend Talib that we went to school with was putting $50 in my books every week. Nobody in my family looked out where it was there. You know what I'm saying? So it took for me to be like, you know what? I don't even give a fuck about how y'all feel when this book dropped.
Yes,
this is the truth.
Yes.
This is my truth. And at the end of the day, I don't want people to keep looking at me as a rowdy person. Right. I just been through rowdy shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. And okay, so here you are, beautiful, amazing woman. Okay, you've been through a lot. Okay. So and we don't want you to reveal too much about the book.
No, you're good. I'm a real person, period.
What's the name of the book?
I didn't have a title.
No title yet.
My songs don't have titles.
And you write it well?
Yes, I write R&B music and rap music.
And you sing? Whoa! This is an audio. This is a sneak peek of what is to come in the future with Alexis. We're gonna have you on the podcast.
I know. I want to bless you with one. I'm gonna feel it just for me. I'm more of a moments person. Every single moment matters to me. And the fact that I was about to come in here on autopilot and y'all woke me into my real spiritual self, it's I'm going to bless you with the things. It's just I have to get more comfortable with you because I'm just knowing you. I knew them for years, but I'm just now meeting you. So it's I have to, just get loosened up a little bit. That's all.
Don't worry, I'm a loose guy. I'm very liberal, extremely liberal. Come from a conservative milieu, but I'm a very liberal. My story is powerful. I'm from Jamaica. Okay, I mean, you know what I mean? Very educated, but I don't care about that. I see it as an opportunity. And then I believe to whom much is given, much is required. So I learn, so I give back. I don't throw stones behind me. I don't believe in that. So, but you provide, I believe stories are powerful, and I teach a college class. And when I tell my Cat in the Caribbean online, I tell my students, it's very important to tell your own story. And I love the fact that you're writing this story. What do you hope to achieve from writing this?
Honestly, understanding. Because I've been misunderstood for so many years. I've been judged for so many years. I just want people to read my book and be like, you know what? Now I see why she moved the way she moved. Now I see why she required the certain shit that she required. Now I see why, she wants so much for her life because I all my life had to fight to get to this shit. If it was up to, my family, I wouldn't be the Lex I am today. If it was, if I allowed myself to be what they wanted me to be, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many times they wished it on my downfall. They prayed on my downfall. Or just want some shit like, oh, you shouldn't be outside because it's just people shooting and you might get pulled over. You wishing negative manifestations on me, and that's not even what my life is surrounded around. So I had to notice that at the end of the day, I had to distance myself a little bit. Like,
Oh wow! So, do you have a timeline as to when you want the book to come out?
No, just like I don't got a timeline on my music. I'm not doing it for the people. I'm doing it for me. So when I'm ready, and it's not even like, all right, if I'm gonna be ready when the money is this situated, or I'm gonna be ready when it's really I'm gonna be ready mentally and spiritually with myself. Because once I open this shit up, like I'm working on myself first before I'm gonna basically dropping this book is going to allow people to come in and judge or put their own perspectives on it. So I have to be able to be whole within myself before I open the door.
Let me ask you, how were you able to overcome the challenging process of growing up and become the beautiful, amazing woman that you are today, and
I continue to be my best friend. I get up and I wake up in the morning and I just push. I don't give a fuck if I don't got nothing on my agenda. I'm gonna just get up and make shit on my agenda, and it's gonna be surrounded about me. Like, it's gonna be whatever you mean. Like, I don't give a fuck if I wake up at 5:30, if I wake up at 8:30, 9:30. The moment I get up out my bed, I'm gonna make it about me.
Wow, yes. That is amazing. We're here talking, we're giving you a sneak peek of the dynamic, powerful, upcoming woman. Her book is about, she's working on her book, and just by giving us a 2-pager, it is profound. And the NeoLiberal Corporation is going to be, which is a dynamic think tank, publishing, digital news media company, is going to help develop this. We're gonna support her. We're gonna support her. Whatever you need, whatever advice, however consults we can provide, we will give it in terms of when you're ready to publish the book, when you're done with it, okay, with the initial stages, in editing and so on. We are here for you. I went off on a limb to start writing and to develop this company. Donte knows that. But I was working in New York. I was a chief planner. I was the deputy vice president of operations for a big logistics company, making over 100,000 a year. Then COVID dropped. But I wasn't happy. I was not happy. I wanted to write my book, wanted to finish my PhD, and I believe that this is not where I'm on. I just didn't feel happy. So I'm on my computer. I was on this laptop actually. I was about this kind of messy, but it's crashed. I don't know what happened, but I was on this computer about to work. It's online. We're all doing online because of COVID. I'm like, I don't want to do no work today, man. This is not what I want to do. So I said, Lord God, please let them fire me. I'm not gonna quit. If I quit, I will. When you're an executive or junior executive in a big firm, they give you a lump sum if they fire you. Okay, right? You know what I mean? But if you walk, then you don't really get much. So Lord, let them fire me. And if you let them fire me, Lord God, I'm gonna do Uber on the side. I'm gonna publish that book that you want me to publish, and I'm gonna finish up my doctorate, go back and start my doctorate. Lord God, and let it happen. Within 15 minutes of me praying that prayer, they call me saying I'm fired.
Because you put it in the word, you put it in the manifestation.
I am like, whoa!
Yes, you did.
When you actually speak it to your soul and ask the universe for things, it comes to you. But when you're just speaking of things that's really not serving of you, it's not gonna come.
Yes,
so you can say,
that last part is important.
Yeah, I'm very.
You just said something deep just now. Don't gloss over it. Wait, let that marinate. Say it again. No, you gotta say that part again. No, let that marinate, yo.
Yes.
That part, when you pray.
When you in your soul asking for something that really speaks for you, it's going to come for you.
Yeah.
For things that's basically people that want to take it from you, or when not really putting into the same manifestations, it's not going to work out for you. It's not going to come because it's not really for you.
Yeah.
I watched the Elemental movie that we was watching. At the end of the movie, basically the little fire girl, Amber, she been asking the soul blue flame to help fill her father's shoes, but the whole time that's not what she wanted. She wanted to be a glass architect. She wanted to use her fire to build the buildings and actually make money and combine with the people that was in the other elements was the earth and the wind and the fire. She wanted to make a bigger picture. And the fire was like, no, fire stay with fire, fire stay with family. This is what you want to be for the rest of your life. This is going to be your. When she asked the fire for like herself, it actually happened for her. So she was asking all them years to fulfill her father's dreams. That's not what she wanted. She just wanted to give him a break for himself, but he should have learned within himself that he wanted to break. He wanted to keep going. He wanted to keep pushing. Just because they want to keep going, they want to keep pushing, ain't got shit to do with me. So that's why I be treating my family the way I treat them. I love them, but bro, y'all, I didn't ask to be here. I didn't ask to be born. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that y'all putting yourself through, y'all signing yourself up for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you think I'm about to put myself in that? I'm about to work the rest of my life to sit here and fund some shit, and it's probably not even necessary for you to get mean. You worrying about the wrong shit. So you know I should worry about the wrong shit. Or you got me fucked up.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's what yes. This is the NeoLiberal podcast. We're gonna have Alexis. This is audio, but we're gonna have her come back and we're gonna do a video podcast. We got her on the fly. We were recording her without her permission, actually. But she just rock out with it because I think that she has a very
like she said when she wake up, she just think about herself and she just do it. So she got into her comfortability and she just did it.
But the best show is the one that's off the fly. Like we got him off the fly the other day. He was great. But a good beginning of the podcast.
I love it. Man.
Well, I mean, we are here for you. Trust me. But eventually, when you're ready to come on the podcast with a video, we are ready. We are ready for you because we want to hear your story. When your book is about to be launched, we want to be there for you. We want to do some YouTube live, and we're developing our visibility. Our traffic, we're working on that feverishly. We just posted something which we have over 15,000 views on that post now. Wow, I've never had so many. 15,000 views. This is the NeoLiberal around. We're sharing the world today to solve too much challenges by making popular what was the monopoly. What good? And we are done. That's how we do it, just like that. This is the audio. This is how we started.
You good? That was good. It was refreshing. That was something I needed because it's something I want to do.
Yes.
And I don't be putting myself in the area of things I want to do. So it's like I have to start putting myself in the lane of the Alexis I want to be instead of the Alexis that I was before.
Yeah.
So it's like that was like something I did need this morning because I probably would have, for real, just jotting my plans and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do instead of actually doing it.
Yes.
It's like that's like it's definitely.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, it's in my book. I have multiple tendencies. Every morning I get up, I have a things to do. Call, check your email, check my voicemail, follow up on this, follow up on that. Very important, especially when you're an author.
So everybody have 168 hours in a week.
Yes.
You said what?
Everybody have 168 hours in a week.
Yes.
Well, thank you for the reminder.
It's 56. You just need 56
I have not counted in a long time.
But the podcast is brought to you by the NeoLiberal Corporation, and we are always serving the world today. So, by making popular. Visit us at NeoLiberal.com and Renaldo subscribe for free on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Pocket Casts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, The Audible, iTunes. There is no. Did I say iHeartRadio? There's nowhere where we are not. Follow us on Twitter, Renaldo McKenzie, the NeoLiberal Co, Facebook, LinkedIn. Visit us. Check out our services at theneoliberal.com/shop. Subscribe for free to the podcast on any stream. Subscribe for free. And by the way, there's one thing we want them to do. Donate. Anchor.fm/theneoliberal/support. Let's tell them again so that they don't miss it. It is anchor.fm/theneoliberal/support. Why do we need their support? Why do we need their donation? So that we can continue to develop our content and to present our stories in dynamic style to enhance your listening experience and also to grow the podcast, provide more viewership and reach, and do more research and provide other services. So please support us.